What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at our day 2 monthly qualifier games, and it was a really intense one. You guys do not want to miss it at all. Face some really good teams, some really intense games, so you want to be watching it towards the end to watch every single game. So just before going into it, we did finish off the qualification 7-2. I haven't got the games in my battle log against Holy Crew, but we do lose 2-0 versus them. To be honest, really close game. Those guys really caught us off guard. Really good team. So GG's to them. So if we would have won that one, we wouldn't have needed the tiebreaker bracket. Unfortunately, we lost. Ended up 7-2 and had to face off against 18 other teams. 19 teams in total in this tiebreaker bracket. So some really good teams in it. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump straight into it. All right, guys. So jumping into the first game then. So how the bracket worked, it was really weird. To be honest, I didn't really understand how it works. Normally it's only supposed to be like 16 teams or whatever, but somehow 19 teams qualify. But anyway, we're up against XO in the quarterfinals. So this matchup meant whoever lost this one were completely out, could not qualify whatsoever. 3 teams as well from this tiebreaker could make it through. So it was really intense. If you win this one, we had a chance even more so to qualify. So the bans for this game were Primo, Poco, Stu, and Bells. So we banned Primo and Stu. They banned Poco and Bells. You can see here, really nice jump from YDE. As you can see by their comp does counter the Bar and Colette. They definitely have the matchup in this sense, because you got the Crow slow, you got the B that's just able to just destroy them. Crow can just constantly jump on that Byron. They've just got a really good matchup here. They've got a Piper against the Crow as well. Not much Tom can really do. So I'm just trying to get some early aggression here. They did a really good job. This map is just all about bush control. The problem with their comp though, like, it's a really good combo, but it can really hard to get damage. Obviously with Colette, you can literally with one super get like 13%. And if you're chaining them as well, it's going to be really easy to do so. So we're able to push up against the Crow here. Nice taps from Drake here. We're able to get some more damage. I'm probably going a little bit too aggro here. Yeah, that was probably a bit of a mistake looking back at that. So I probably should have held a little bit, at least gone for a bit of grass control. Instead, Curse is able to pick me off. But Tom's doing a really good job here, forcing the pinch from some Bentley and Curse. You can see how long it just took them to pinch out. But against like a Crow in the mid, it's going to be really hard to like scan him out. I don't really have too much scanning capabilities. But I'm able to super there. Probably a little bit of a waste, but at least Tom is able to get the kill there. Really clutch kill, being able to get more control, and a really good scout from Tom. That one play there got us back complete control. He killed the B. He basically killed Waddy. I think he actually killed him, and also kept some Bentley low. So that jump was just so clutch. So you can see here, 30 seconds left. Not really too much in this game. And Tom with a really nice jump as well. Everyone knows how goated Tom is on the Crow. So I'm just going to get a super here. I know Waddy's just going to super Drake here, so I'm trying to cycle my jump as much as possible. Maybe I didn't need to pinch out Waddy as much there, so I'm just going to use my super here. Probably a little bit off timing because I took a lot of damage when he returned on his jump. But regardless, 15 seconds left. Honestly, it was probably really good that I took the death there, because now I can respawn and body block. Tom's doing a good job of keeping these guys back, and they only need a little bit more percentage, but we're just hanging on. All of his body blocking, nothing that these guys can really do if all of us tank it. So yeah, that is going to be the first game going to us. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, so jumping into the next game. So I don't want to spoil it, but the ending of this game is absolutely insane. So you want to hang around for that for sure. This set is absolutely crazy. So we've gone here with a mirror comp. They've actually switched up their strategy here. And well, last game they sent the B and the Crow down the left lane. So I'm going to be sneaking in here. Do miss a shot onto Cursor. To be honest, I didn't really need to go for Cursor. I think, again, probably focused a little bit too much on the wrong matchup. So a bit of a misplay from me going for Curse. So here I'm able to get a nice double snipe on some Bentleys. Sun's actually using ambush as well, so that's good to notice. And probably here, honestly, we should have switched lanes after watching this back already. We should definitely put a Piper on the right hand side and then the Crow and the B on the left, just because I can sneak in a little bit more. Piper's just better on the lane that doesn't require you to sneak in the grass. But anyways, we're able to get a nice slow on Curse, get him down. So this match is just going to be basically a stalemate until the end. It's all about trying not to all die as a team, if that makes sense, because the only way you're going to get damage with this comp is if the whole enemy team dies at once. Like, other than that, you're not really going to see too much damage here. So Sun with a nice snipe here. I have to jump away from the gadget, but he's able to pop off some really nice snipes from him so far. So Tom getting some really good pressure, forcing Waddy up from the bush as much as possible. Waddy's going to try and sneak in here, get a nice snipe on him, keeping nice and low. Should be able to push up here. Sun Bentley again with the nice snipes. Tom with some good pressure jumping down the left. Again, they've got this grass control, which can be really hard for us to do too much against. But Dredge did an amazing job of dodging 2 people at once. I'm able to take down YDE. I do use a gadget there just to confirm him down. I don't know where SpenLC is here. He's able to take me down. Really unfortunate. Just getting that grass control is so crucial in your matchups. Anyways, Dredge just somehow dodges 2 shots at once, and we're just able to take him out as easily as that. So the only thing, again, as I said, like, it's just so hard to get damage. You need to, if you get a couple of kills, you need to just go for damage because it's just too punishing. There, I do go down. Probably should have took the fight on Curse. Not too sure. I just really went in that corner to waste time. Dredge does get a kill in the process of dying against Crow. It's kind of hard when he's in the bush, so I do miss a few shots. I'm just going to conserve them and wait for a better opportunity. So Tom with a really nice scout, we're able to get YDE down there. And a nice takedown on SpenLC. This is where it gets absolutely hectic here. So we're literally down 3%. They're going to be body blocking like crazy. And as you can see, this snipe between 2 players literally clutches up the game. That is absolutely insane. I don't even know how I managed to get it off. You'll have to rewind it to see how good that actually was. I knew that they were trying to body block for defense. I wouldn't have had time, so the only chance I had was to try and sneak it in between them. But that was such a clutch play. Pretty lucky on our end, but in the end it was clutch as well. So yeah, that's going to be the first set going to us. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, so heading into I'm gonna say double swoosh. That's not double swoosh, it's parallel plays. So going into parallel plays, I'm on the Sprout here. So we went with a Sprout pit because Sprout can just be really good against the Gene Jesse. We didn't really expect an Amber. We kind of expected more of a Ruffs, but Sprout on the offense or in the middle can be really good if played correctly. So YDE goes down nice and early there. That allows us to get some good pressure going forward. But as I was saying, like in the last game, those little fine margins normally always go against us. So it's really nice to finally at least get a little bit of luck or whatever you call it. But yeah, I do get connected on the fire from YDE. He does go down, I'll go down as well. I'm using the transplant and overgrowth. I don't know what to call it. The build of it. So a lot of people opt to use the other build. I like the overgrowth on this map just because it gives you a little bit more pressure, and especially in some circumstances, you can actually shoot through the wall with Sprout. So that's one of the main reasons why I like this star power in this type of play. So you can see here, Sprout's just getting some insane value. My walls just putting them in awkward positions, and it's just making it a lot easier for us to funnel them together and get some good value with the Gene as well. So somebody's going to go aggro here, and so is Tom. We get nice little trade there. He does go down, so Kurt's just going to go aggro here as he should. Trying to get some more taps on him. Just barely missing out on that kill. I remember that was quite frustrating. That was a really clutch gadget from myself, able to get the wall back. I'm trusting in my teammates here. I don't want to go for the 3v1 pinch. I'm trusting in them guys to get YDE down. So I'm able to get the kill on SpenLC. And as you see here, I'm going to move the camera up because I just make an amazing play with Sprout. I'm able just to 1v2 there with Sprout. That was absolutely insane if I don't say so myself, and we're able to take control of the right side. So the second that Sprout gets on that zone and he's not collected by a gene pool, well, like countered by a gene pool, he's going to be controlling for so long, especially considering we've got that transplant gadget. I'm just blocking off so many of their choke points they're not able to get on. So some really nice control from Dredge and Tom over there as well. As you can see here, my walls, literally, there's 2 spots you can put now when they push up, and they just can't do anything. The Sprout is just too much. I don't need to push up and finish the kill on YDE there because I know Gene's waiting there with a pull. That's a bit silly if I try and do that, but yeah, we're able to clutch up there. So my Sprout plays being able to clutch us up with the win, absolutely insane. Let's hop into the next game. All right, guys, jumping into the next game of parallel plays. This game, again, was absolutely insane. Some of the closest series I've honestly ever had. It was kind of crazy. So again, I've not really mentioned that I completely forgot at the beginning of the game. I don't even know why I didn't mention it. But anyways, they're actually playing with SpenLC now. That's a big thing about this month. But a lot of teams were experimenting with new rosters. So this team, they've got YDE, Cursed, and Sun. A really good team. You know, Sun and Cursed played together on Code Magic. Last season, they got some really good synergy together. SpenLC on Code Magic for half of the season. Unfortunately, they had a few problems with the roster and whatever else. But it's really nice to see SpenLC back on a top team. So yeah, definitely looking forward to see how he does going forward. But yeah, we got a Baron comp because we were confident that we're either going to go, well, I didn't really think too much of the max. I was thinking more so we're going to go to like a Ruffs or even like a Sprout for us. So the Baron double tank strategy with a Rosa defensive lane is going to be like really good. Especially if you can get a Baron heal 60 here. I'm just healing Dredge like crazy. He just can't die. Especially with that shield. So YDE goes for an auto impulse, I'm guessing, because that just went completely behind him. I've not really seen anyone do that in a while. But regardless, Tom does go down here. So the strategy here, we know eventually we're just going to get our left lane. So as long as Drake is pushing up here, as he is doing so with Rosa, we're going to be having a good time. So I've just narrowly missed out on the splash there. That would have been some really good value. Again, they got a Jesse turret. So although they're getting a lot of damage on us and consistently taking us down, we're consistently getting time on. So I've got to push back here. They've got a max speed. Waddy, again, going with the really good pulls. He has to aim his pulls before, to the Byron. In these type of combinations, it's much better getting like the Poco or the Byron down, because obviously they're the ones doing the most healing. If you get those down, it's going to be so much easier to take the tanks down. So Drake with a really nice play again. He's going to be going on the zone. I get some nice double splash of value, and I get some value out of my star power. So if you guys are wondering as well, on Byron, I think injection still is the better star power. I'm just getting so much value with these two. So I do miss a heal on Tom there, which might come back to haunt us a little bit. Actually, no, I think. Oh, just 1% left. So we've got 1% left on that zone. So the callouts here is just we need to get him off that left zone. We literally know that as long as these guys don't fully capture it, we're going to be able to win. So we don't need to panic. I'm getting some really nice taps there. So Tom playing really well here. Managed to take down Waddy. I think Waddy went a bit too aggro there, kind of costing him. So these guys are going to be pretty low. We need to push up with Drake. I'm just going to heal him like crazy. I'm going to get the tap on, well, the super onto some Bentley. He has to back up. Nice kill from Drake there. Drake does get pulled. So the callouts here are just frantic. We're like, we need to just push him back. They just can't get any time. We need to allow push him back constantly. So Tom, he's going to take the pull there. Drake, he's just going to run it in, push him all back again. So luckily he had his super. Cursed is spinning here. I think he thought that he won for some reason. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know why he spun. I thought I thought in my head that he was thinking that he won. I'm not too sure. But anyways, regardless of that, who even cares that he spun? We're able to take the double there. So really close games there. Definitely GG's to XO. So we do take down that game. So next up is MCES in the semifinals. Let's jump straight into it. Alright guys, so jumping into the semi-final up against MCES. So as I said in the intro, I think there were 3 teams basically that can qualify here. So going into semi-finals, even if you lose this matchup, you're going to be able to play in a 3rd place playoff. So regardless, we're able to actually qualify even if we lose this one. So up against MCES, if you guys don't know, these are FA Trio. These are currently number 5 in the rankings for points this season. So a really underrated team going into the season. Definitely really good players, and they've recently signed to the, I think it's the Italian org, I'm not too sure. I think it's French or Italian org MCES, but yeah. Anyways, we get a really good start here. We get 5 gem grab, gem lead to their 1. Basically, just because I went a little bit more aggro in the middle, I know in some circumstances, you just get that good instinct where you can just go aggro mid. You got your gadget to back you up, to push them back just in case. So Amber's going to burn at my grass in the middle. So that's definitely a really good strategy with Amber to do just that. So we go Bell to count the Amber on the left lane, especially if we get in a good position with Bell, we're able to take her down. So Amber's just going to force me back. Some nice snipes from Tom here to get Jean really low. Remember in this gem grab set, I didn't really play the best Jean overall. Definitely did a few rush pulls, which I should have held on to. But anyways, some really good pressure from Drake. So you can see here, he sneaks in here and gets a double kill. So that was insane. Definitely a really good play from Drake. Absolutely insane. He's able to show what he's able to do on Tara. And, you know, no jokes intended here, but like, it's nice to see that we've got a really confident Tara in Drake. Like, Tom played a decent Tara, like I always memed it, but Drake is literally one of his best brawlers, so it's really nice to see him on Tara and just dominate. So yeah, that's going to be game number 1 in double swoosh. Let's hop into number 2. All right, guys, so heading into game number 2 in double swoosh. So we've gone with the Sandy pick. We kind of thought that they would go but like a Bell or a Tara, and Sandy can do really well with the Tara pets, and just good overall if you can get that first super pretty early. So Tom's going to get pinched early here. I'll recognize that and try and help him, well, at least get that gadget off so he can heal up. The thing about Sandy is that Bell doesn't have good scouting capabilities, especially down that lane. So they know they've got to swap here. Tara against Amber. Amber should, for the majority of the part, until Tara gets super, win that matchup, just because you got that fire for the most part, and you can also shoot through the pets. See here, Tom's doing a really good job. He's going to conserve his super for the respawn. So also, oh no, I thought he was actually marked there. But regardless, so Drake puts his pets in the middle. A really good strategy on this map, because basically those Tara pets are going to force Jean to waste a lot of ammo and potentially like waste pull on one of those pets. So really well played there from Tom. Unfortunately, does get pulled there, so I'm going to sneak down the right. Unfortunately, I just missed pull here. I thought the Gene was going to go back up. Bit of a prediction pool. Definitely my bad. I should hold on to those pools a little bit more, because if you miss them, especially on this map, it can have a devastating effect on the outcome of the game. So unfortunately, I get targeted here, and this is basically where it starts to go wrong. So they've got me targeted. Literally any bit of damage from any of these guys, they're going to do a lot of damage. And now they've broke up this lane. So unfortunately, that Gene pool really did hurt us, because we removed some cover, which is going to really hurt us. Bell once the map is opened up, and Amber once the map is opened up. This is definitely what they planned. They got rid of the grass as well. It was basically we can't obviously win this matchup, but the longer the game goes on, they're going to have a really good chance. So Drage can't do too much against the Bell here in the open. The only thing that could have done differently is maybe just go for like a YOLO pull on either the Bell or the Tara. A little bit too much time wasted there, and now we need a reset. So yeah, probably me or Drage just needed to just go for a pull. I was probably a little bit scared after missing that first pull. I don't really know. I think in the end, they just had a better comp in the long run. So they're able to take game number 2 of set number 1. Let's hop into the next game. All right, guys, so jumping into the next game of a double swoosh. This one, again, so many intense games. This one went, I think, nearly down to the wire. I think it did go down to the wire. I'm literally sweating here from just how stressful these games are. You don't realize how much of a mental toll it actually takes on you with this much on the line, especially towards the end of the season, like especially because we beat EXO as well. Those type of teams around us, and FA Trio, they're literally right behind us in points. We've got teams like Reply Totem that have already qualified, who are looking to catch up on the 5th spot. We need to get this qualification more than anything. I would honestly say that qualifying just for the monthly final is actually more important than how you do monthly finals. I think a lot of pros will actually agree with me on that, especially in the later stage. For like teams like SK and Clash, they're basically near enough qualified for Worlds anyway, so they probably would say otherwise. But all the other teams in and around fighting for those last 3 spots, definitely just literally qualifying for the monthlies is going to mean so much. So you can see here's some nice aggro from Tom and Drage there, so we do a really good job. I get a pull on ASAP there, so able to get a kill there. So looking really good at the moment. I'm not too sure how things really went this wrong. I think it was probably because I wasted a pull again. Unfortunately, the Amber does connect on the Tara there. Tom gets a really nice super on my map there. So all things being said, not looking the complete worst. I think probably both of our lanes going down there kind of hurts us in the long run. FK with a really nice super in the middle, just not allowing me to get those 2 gems. And I think here's where I've gone wrong. Yeah, I don't know why I really did that. There was just no need for me to do that. I mean, they missed the gene pool there. But I just need to hold it. We need 1 gem. I'm probably just a little bit too pressurized on the fact that I thought I just really needed to hit pull. But in these moments, the most simplest things, just like literally just keeping gene pool. There's some of the things that I should need to know from last year. Like I've been playing gene for such a long time, so stupid things like that when you pressure ride does happen. Again, just narrowly missing out on the spike. I kind of went for that pull because I wanted to keep Drage alive there. And if Drage was alive, we would have got some insane pressure there. So Tom is popping off. He's popping off. The push around there just literally solidified us getting those gems. So now we have to stay mid because they're going to equalize if they get these middle ones. So Tom does get taken down. Drage does get pulled, unfortunately. So this is a really sticky situation to be in. The pet does take down Gene though. So we're in a 1v2 situation. I think I overextended a little bit there. I just tried to capitalize on him being pretty weak. So yeah, the gems are everywhere. This game, as I said in the beginning, absolutely crazy. I don't even know what's going on. I wonder how the casters even casted this game because it was just messy. Everything was everywhere. We've got the spike with all the gems on the enemy team. We've got the Tara on the gems on our team. Like, what is actually going on here? So yeah, we're fighting for the mid control here. I do get caught by the fire. I do get a clutch pull by that pull. Literally clutched up so hard. I do go down, but just securing those gems really did mean everything. So we've got 14 here. Tom gets the 15th gem. So no matter what now, with the actual game countdown going to like 16, 15 seconds, we've got 15. No one can catch us on 15. And we're able to clutch up. So yeah, I need to catch up my breath after that. That was an absolutely insane game of gem grab. There was so much pressure on the line. It kind of tends to get really messy like that in these type of games. So that's going to be set number 1 going to us. Let's hop into set number 2. All right, guys. So jumping into the second set. So we have Shooting Star. The meta honestly did really switch up. for the most part in scrims, but people are just going to the traditional comp. So they've gone with a Brock to counter the tick, which is an okay strategy, especially considering the nanny heads have been nerfed. So it can be really hard to actually get the kill on brawlers like Piper and Brock nowadays. So yeah, definitely a decent strategy from these guys. So you see how like aggressive the first interactions are. I think I accidentally pressed my gadget there. So I've already got one gadget going into the final the final 1 minute and a half there, so that's definitely not a situation I want to be in, but I'm able to get my head really quick. So I've been playing a much better nanny now, especially with the recent changes. So I do just narrowly miss out on all these guys. I'm trying to cycle it a little bit longer so I know I can get the kill, and it just barely misses out on the man out there, but we're able to bait out the Piper jump as well. So we've got blue star here. As long as we're not allowing these guys to break Tom's wall, we should be pretty decent. So now I kind of well, I did basically feed that nanny there. Not the best situation. Luckily, Drake gets a snipe there. I think I tank. Yeah, I'll just tank it. I know I've got one gadget left. I don't want to burn that gadget. I know I'm going to die regardless of whether I pop the gadget or not. So I'm just going to take the death. I know we're still winning. That gadget barely misses FK there, which is unfortunate. So I know the nanny's probably got a little bit better of a cycle of a super than me because he actually connected with his. I didn't connect with mine. So that's a really big thing about nanny as well. Just want to make sure you connect in so you can cycle your nanny heads a lot quicker. But I'm getting some nice snipes on the Brock there, keeping him really low. Tom's doing a good job of just forcing these guys in an uncomfortable position. I do get gadgeted by the Piper, which, to be honest, a bit of a waste. I don't know why gadgets really been used for pressure there when they can be used in the late game to confirm kills. Maybe he has a lot of gadgets saved up. But anyways, Tom down his left-hand lane just behind the wall. I'm able to get my super here, and these guys clump up, and I get the double kill. Basically a double kill. And we're able to clutch up the last few seconds there. So we're able to take down the first game of Shooting the Star there. Let's hop into number 2. All right, guys. So jumping into game number 2 of set number 2. Yeah, I'm losing my mind at a minute. I definitely need a good night's sleep today. So again, they've gone with the same comp this time around. They've gone with a different strategy. They broke up Tom's wall instead of their wall, which is definitely the right way to do it because Tom was a little bit more exposed in the open here. So I think the strategy here from them would be to save another gadget from Brock and break down Tom's left wall. Because even if you break up the mid, you know, Tom's just happy. We've got that blue star. He's going to be happy just sitting there. So Mama, he goes straight for that wall break. So that's fair enough. Tom's still got one little tile of wall there that he's able to sneak around. So still in an okay position. As I said, we've got the lead. That's always the most important thing in bounty nowadays. Is just literally getting that blue star. That can literally dictate the pace of the game. So we're always on the back foot here because we don't really need to go for a kill. We don't really need to go aggro. Maybe if we wanted to really extend our lead, or if we had like a counter comp, we could go more aggro, but we're just going to let them come to us. So I've got first nanny head again, which is really important. Drake gets a snipe on Piper, and we're able to hit her as well, confirming the kill. We definitely wouldn't have killed the Piper without that snipe, by the way, because of the recent nanny changes. So this nanny head does circle around. Drake's just about missed out on that super to jump out. I remember calling it, it's coming back away, and I just couldn't grab it in time. Really unfortunate, but again, still winning, still in a decent position. Calvin with a gadget first play. Again, I don't even know what's really happening with those Piper engagements. Probably because Drake has super, so you're not really going to get value too much out of the Piper gadget, to be fair. But regardless, 30 seconds left. We've got blue star and the lead here. None of us can die. Again, Calvin with a snipe to obviously some pressure with that gadget. So not looking in the best situation here. Tick's going to struggle against any sort of aggro, especially with those walls broken. 15 seconds left. We're in a bit of a tough spot with a lot of people pinching us down. Piper's still got a gadget left. Nanny goes kind of weak, and Drake just unfortunately gets caught behind that wall, which, to be honest, I don't think it's really a throw. It's just unfortunate timing. Probably could have fell back a little bit quicker, but regardless, we didn't really mind because we still got another game in the set. So, yeah, that's going to be the second game right there. Let's hop into game number 3. All right, guys, so jumping into the final game of this set. Same comps again. I don't really know too much why they trusted on Brock too heavily. To be honest, I kind of always beat the Brock comps on this map, so they're obviously really confident with it. I don't think we played too much shooting stars and scrims or whatever else. But here, Nanny has gadget. Don't want to really push that too much. Just focus again is on that blue star. So we've seen what happened last game with Brock getting that gadget on the walls. So I'm kind of calling out to Tom just to keep the mid. I'm going to keep the aggro on the Brock so he doesn't get a gadget on our wall straight away here. So Tom doing a really good job. He can basically, I think, near enough outrange a Nanny, if not compete with his range in the open. So he's going to stay there for a long while. Tom, he's going to stay down the right-hand side this time, kind of called out. for Drage to go left and Tom to go down the right. So get the kill on Brock, really important there. Nani is one shot. So all three of these games, something that has worked on a little bit more with my Nani. Nani probably is the hardest brawler to play in the game, honestly, because of basically the little free, I don't even know what you call it, just a free shot mechanic there. It's got 3 different shots all converging into one. It's got really slow unload speed, and it's just really slow. It's easy to dodge, like in comparison to Piper. Piper, you can get 2 quick taps on someone and take him down. Nani, it's very rare that you land a 2.9k shot, so I'm just going to eat this super. I know it hasn't traveled for long enough, and especially with the change, I can tank that. Before the change, I don't think there's any way I can tank that, so just kind of believing in my good instincts there, just taking the tank there. So Nani is one shot. We're getting pushed back here, 25 seconds left. We want to, I'm calling Drage just to switch, take the mirror matchups, because they can easily get like a kill with a gadget or something else. So 20 seconds left, still looking in a decent position. I'm going to keep the pressure here in the middle without feeding the Nani too much. I think I'm like 1 shot away from my super here. Unfortunately, actually no, that's actually looking really good. I've got my super here. I'm looking to try and get a kill on one of these guys, so I'm just going to pressure them. Nice snipes from these guys, and we're able to take the dub home. So we've qualified with this win here, taking us to the final of the tiebreaker. So GG's to MCES. They also actually already qualify in the 3rd place game after we played them here. So GG's to them. We'll see them in the monthly finals as well. So we're able to take that game right there. Let's hop into the final game. Alright guys, so jumping into the final match of the day. A very exhausting day, as I said. So the bans here were Poco, Stu, Bell, and Primo. So really popular bans here. So I've gone with a Rico. Honestly, Rico is so underrated on triple dribble, especially against a B lane. If you basically know that the enemy team is going to go B, Rico just destroys. As you can see here, I've just put B in spawn straight away, because basically the ways the walls are designed, you can get some easy bounce shots on to force the B into uncomfortable positions. You got a Barley as well helping me in the lane. He's able to take the B down. So here we're actually not in the best situation, because they know the only struggle with a Rico is if we make it to overtime, he's obviously going to be able to pop off. So we need to get that ball control, and we need to be able to score before overtime here. So you can see here, I'm just going to push all the way around. I don't really mind if I go down here. I'm just getting this ball out of the corner. We need that ball ASAP out of the corner. So really good play for me. If I don't say so myself, I'm able to get the ball out of the corner, and that's going to dictate the pace of the game really well. So they know they need to try and get this ball in the corner here. So nice heal from Tom. I'm able to push up against the B. They've got a gadget as well, hitting that B up. So B's got 3k here. I'm trying to go for the pinch on the B. She's super low. I think we just managed to get her down with some lucky bounce shots there. So looking pretty decent. Again, we've got to kind of wait to at least kill a couple of people before we can score. Tom could have maybe scored there, but then again, we still got B here. I think we do actually manage to score here. Yes, so some really clutch plays there. We just went all in, making sure to communicate together and getting that goal. So really well played here. Unfortunately, I spawn as far away as the open lane as possible. Like, I would like triple dribble as a map if it wasn't unsymmetrical. Like the spawns, the pro players really hate this map, literally because of the spawns. Because most of the time, the comps are like a B and a thrower, or just obviously like a lane brawler and a thrower. And if you're spawning on the far right, for our case, and having to make that switch all the way to the left, especially when there's a thrower on the map, it's going to be ridiculously hard. You're just basically going to take 3 damage immediately. You're basically going to lose lane off a spawn. So that's the really bad thing if you're wondering about triple dribble. Just pros just hate it. Just too much, like they call it RNG. It's just unpredictability. You don't really know whether you're going to get those spawns or not. So a map like this, I think it's going to get removed pretty shortly. It just shouldn't be in the game. If you need to fix this map for sure. But anyways, enough rambling on about that. We're able just to corner the ball and just survive for long enough to close out this game here. So that's going to be game number 1 going to us. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys. So jumping into the next game. So also I didn't mention in the first game is that this game actually depends on our seeding for the monthly finals. So it's actually really important. So basically, number 1 seed was SK, number 2 was Clash, and there was already 5 teams that qualified. So basically, what this meant was the team that won this game would get the 6th seed, and then the team that lost would get the 7th seed. So basically, that meant that so going into monthly finals, it would literally mean that the team that won this game would face Big, and the team that lost would face Clash. So obviously, no disrespect to Big, they're a really good team, but Clash, definitely the 2nd best team in the game right now. We don't want to be facing that team in the quarterfinals. Regardless of who we face, it's going to be a tough game. But yeah, anyways, it's just a lot on the line. It's going to mean a little bit of an easier matchup in the quarterfinals. But as you can see here, we're popping off on the roughs. We're making sure we've got ball control in that first engagement. The first engagement is really scary, especially with this comp. So yeah, they've basically got a counter if they play it correctly. But once I open up the map, like I have, just open up those 2 mid walls and that wall on the left, B's just going to be able to pop off. We're all going to group together and there's not much these guys can do. So I've got my super here. We're looking really, really good. So you can see here, literally in a minute, we're able to get the play there. So BB just shoot me once, but I was asking for the ball there. I know I can tank 2 shots, so I could have probably got the goal there. But unfortunate enough, we don't need to panic. Even if I waste super, I'm going to be able to get super basically instantly against this combination. So as long as these guys coordinate and push together, we're going to have a tough time. Morty's doing a good job of just hanging around there. Drew's just going to keep his 4K shot there. Does nearly go down to Mummy Jordan there, but we're able to actually heal up. We're going to get our next super here, and we should be able to make a play. So I know the left-hand side is actually broken up here. And as you can see, I know I've got enough time to actually make this shot. So this is a really well-timed shot here. BB's not going to be able to respawn. So really well played there. Caught them completely off guard, and 30 seconds left to hold on. Could audibly say we didn't even really need to score, because in overtime we're just going to destroy them. But honestly, it's just nice to get the goal and confirm it. So Dredge gets the ball away here. I get nice super onto Darkroom here, and I just get control of the ball and corner it. So 19 seconds left here. All we need to do is hold it on. I'm trying to get an early death, if anything, to try and stop them. I've got my super to get a kill on MJ. Darkroom with a super, being able to open up the map, and we're able to take them all down and take the first set home. So really good game, nice and clean. Yeah, honestly, that could have been a really tough game. They probably should have won that first engagement and made it a lot more difficult, but we played it super well, to be fair, and we're able to take the first set home. Let's up into set number 2. Alright guys, so jumping into the second set, which is Minecart Madness. I thought I'd mention the mind games also going on in this game. So in my head, we faced these guys, I think yesterday or even earlier today. I can't actually remember. I think we actually faced them yesterday. And basically we went with a Sprout outplay, and we kind of in our head knew that they would think we'll go Sprout in on this map and also in the last map on Triple Dribble. So that's what they based their comp around. They were kind of banking on us going Sprout in that Triple Dribble game, which we do like a lot. So obviously the tanks would have just completely destroyed Sprout. And also on this map as well, they've gone for the max, Gene Max Mortis, which even with like a Gene Max and we went Sprout or something, Sprout would have just suffered so much. So we kind of outcomped them here with this comp. So MJ's going to go in here, try and build up towards his super, which is fair enough. And also this game, I think I remember it's this one. This was just so intense. Again, another crazy gem grab game, which goes down to the wire. So don't want to miss out on this one either. So we're able to get some good pressure. Tom with a fire down the middle, making sure that Gene can't go down. It does unfortunately waste his super, so they're able to push forward. I do get a pull, I think, on MJ there, but able to take him down. Minecraft's going to push him back, but we've got some amazing control in the middle here. Basically, just got to group up as much as possible. We need 2 more gems left, so Minecart's going to be really awkward with these gem spawns, which I just don't like even more so. And it's a little bit better. At least the gems spawn in a pattern. It used to be really, really toxic beforehand, so at least we've got that in our favor. We know when to call out, when to get the gems, whatever. This is a really bad play for me. I don't know why I really engaged that play with MJ. Definitely an error on my part. Again, I'm playing a bit of a sloppy Gene in these games. It's kind of hit or miss for me at the minute with Gene. Again, I'll go for the pulls, so I don't really mind too much because I'm going to be able to get our super so easily against their comp, because they're just going to be grouping up. I'm basically like 3/4 to my pulls straight away anyways. Just get caught by the fire there, so we're going to push up. If anything, like, it can be better for me to not have the gems, because I'm just able to push up and do a lot of damage with Gene. So they've got the countdown here. We need to contest the middle to get these 2 gems, so Dre's just going to manage to get that. I think he just jumps just to make sure he gets out alive there. We're going to get the gem spawn on our side, which I really like. You can just call that out so easily in VC, and it's a lot more, but a lot less RNG. And as I said before, that's probably my favorite change about Gem Grab, being able to predict those spawns in the middle. So here, the gem just spawned on our side, and you can see that pool there. I didn't mean to deselect it, but it didn't really matter in the end. Tom does get pulled there, which Tom did cool for us to tank it. Dre should have definitely went in front of him there, but I just think it was just so chaotic, where you just see these small little misplays can really go wrong. So yeah, I don't know how it didn't end up a lot worse for us, considering Tom got pulled with 11 gems. But in that situation, it doesn't matter if you kind of reset the countdown. So say like if they pulled Drage there with 2 gems, it wouldn't matter, because Tom has 11 gems. You don't really want him to go down. But regardless, we're able to win. So yeah, really close gem grab game right there, taking it down to the wire. Let's hop into the next game. All right, guys, so jumping into the next game of Minecraft Madness. So the plays again. So we didn't want to go Sprout first game. We were a little bit scared of their aggro. And then second game, kind of read him like a book. Again here, we're able to go to Sprout and just dominate. So here, the matchup cool. We're waiting for the minecart to push up. I'm saying straight away to Tom, just get on that Amber. Amber's going to be a bit of a pain for me because it takes like 3 or 4 shots. I think it takes 4 shots to actually take her down. She also has a gadget to make it really hard to hit her. So I want to go on the Crow in the early engagements because he's really squishy. Although he has the speed, he's squishy. I'll literally 3-tap him. So get some really nice taps on his Amber, keeping her really low. We get the kill on the Crow there, and Tom gets a nice slow and Drage gets the pull. So that's a really good combination from us. We're able to take down MJ as well. So that's one thing you want to be doing the most when you've got a Crow in your comp. Is basically getting that slow, get Gene to confirm the kill. So I play a much better Gene when there's no max in the game. But just with so much max, we're really hard to consistently hit your pulls onto the enemies. So MJ's just going to miss out on the 5 there. Again, nice snipe on him again. We've got a minecart pushing us back, so we only need 1 gem. We don't need to panic here. But we still need to push up. We don't want to make sure that we throw this game away. So MJ, he's going to use gadget here, build up his super. But we know that gem spawn is going to go on our side. Another good pull from Drage. So if you guys are wondering, literally both of us can play mid. It's actually a really good asset to have, both of us being good genes. And especially when I can play some good lane brawlers as well as Drage. I think it's a good complement to our team play. So yeah, I'm going to just eat the gene pool here so Tom can collect the gems regardless. I think that was a good play. Because Gene's basically only going to get 2 shots back to his super. So he's not going to be able to cycle his pull fast enough. And we're able to block him out there. Block the Crow out as well. And yeah, that should be GG. Nice pull from Drage, able to get a kill on Amber. And I'm just going to run in front of the Crow, making sure that he can't take Tom down. So that's going to be the final game right there. We managed to win the final of the tiebreaker again. Honestly, not the best performance from us considering... like, no offense to Holy Crew, they're a decent team, but by any means we should be beating that team like every time we play against them, basically, even on an off day, which it was unfortunately. But then again, it always is how you play on the day in a game like Brawl Stars. You still have to be at highest level every single game, else you're gonna get caught out against like any team. Like, there's so many good teams in EU. You've got to be on the top of your game, and it just goes to show. So a bit of a wake-up call for us. But considering it was the first qualifiers with Drage, I think it's a good step. As you can see by the leaderboards, we're in a decent position now, especially with EXO not qualifying. And as you can see here again, sort of 702 going into the normal games. It's all right. We will definitely look to improve with Drage in the coming week. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's games. Hope you guys enjoyed the analysis, and thank you all for the support. Absolutely crazy games. I'm exhausted. I'm probably just going to go ahead and rest for the rest of the day. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.